A TikTok famous small town police chief was recently busted hoarding images of child abuse. So, Joe Justice Womachiel, pictured there, who went by at ICT Bad Dad on the social media platform now known as X, formerly Twitter, allegedly traded videos which included, again, child abuse and incest via a secret Twitter account discovered during a search of his home office. This is according to newly unsealed federal complaints reviewed by the Daily Beast. So, this is a story of a pedo. I'm not kidding. The account had the profile picture of a pedo bear, which the complaint describes as a pedophilic cartoon utilized by some individuals engaged in the pedophile community. So again, this is literal. In fact, the banner across the top of the now defunct account's profile page states, "Hello, kids." Wow. I mean, this is kind of right out there. That's really out there.
Oh my God, he admitted.
Wow. Okay. Womachill, as ICT Bad Dad, described himself online as a 38W male looking for that special girl that was raised right and wants to continue the tradition. What tradition here? What tradition are you talking about? I don't want to know. If you love the little things in life, message me on Wire. Same name. Well, apparently he loves the little things in life, for sure, specifically little girls, allegedly. So this guy became famous by putting out videos, of his life as a police officer in this small town, which is very, very ironic. Now, Womachill became police chief in Burns, Kansas, a town of 250 people, in February of 2022. Didn't last very long. He served until his sudden resignation in early August, which was, again, very confusing, right? Why the sudden resignation? Didn't really give a reason, other than that it was in the best interest of me and this department. Nice how he puts that first. I mean, it's the best interest of me. Well, of course, we soon found out why. A little over a week later, Womachill was arrested on state charges of possessing child sexual abuse material. Yikes. As of Friday, he's facing 2 federal counts of receipt and possession of child pornography. So, look, again, I have to note, not a drag queen. Once again, another white cisgendered man in a position of authority, abusing that authority to, again, it's disgusting what he's doing. So now the investigation into Womachill's alleged crimes had actually begun with a tip. So right around the same time Womachill tendered his resignation as Burns police chief, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children received a cyber tip line report from Synchronos Technologies. So they provide cloud storage for Verizon Wireless customers, saying that a certain account had backed up a dozen video and image files of hardcore child abuse, according to the complaint. NCMEC officers officials notified law enforcement and agents with Homeland Security investigations. The investigative arm of the Department of Homeland Security were assigned to the case. They'd use databases available to law enforcement to trace the account to a phone belonging to Womachill, the complaint states. An analysis of the files turned up an array of incredibly disturbing abuse material. I will not go into the details here. On August 15th, HSI had Womachill's supervisor at the jail call him and have him report to work immediately, according to the complaint. When he arrived, he was interviewed by HSI agents who seized his phone after he confirmed he was the sole owner of the device and was the only one who used it. At the same time, HSI agents spoke with Womachill's fiancée, herself a police officer in the town of Peabody, at the home of the couple shared in El Dorado, Kansas. She directed the agents to Womachill's home office, where, armed with a search warrant, they seized a laptop, an external hard drive, and other electronics. The phone, as expected, contained materials flagged in the cyber tip line report, as well as further images of grotesque abuse, the complaint says. That's where they, of course, also found the X account on the phone. They looked at that account after, again, getting a warrant for that, and saw first, that he publicly posted images of male genitalia that investigators said matched the inside of Womachiel's home. So he's taking these pictures, they recognized the background, and it was like, oh, that looks like Womachiel's home. So it looks like he was taking pictures of himself and then posting them up online on Twitter/X, and it was just still there. Interesting. Now, they went through his DMs after getting this warrant and found a conversation between himself and another Twitter/X user who sent the account a quote-unquote real incest video, after which ICT Bad Dad inquired about subscription rates to the user's premium incest Telegram channel. Jesus Christ. Now, again, the fact that these, bots are online, not bots, but people online, obviously, directing people to child sexual abuse images. I thought Elon Musk was supposed to get rid of that. I thought he made the big play of like, oh, you know what? As soon as I take over Twitter/X, I'm going to get rid of all the pedophiles. I'm going to get rid of them all. You'll see. You'll see. And then what happened? Seems to be thriving. Now, that's not to say that it's, not difficult to get rid of these things. But if you fire your entire trust and safety team, right, and then you focus pretty much all your attention on hating trans people and bringing back the worst, and I mean worst accounts that you can imagine. Again, ultra right-wing Nazi accounts, and yes, even those who have been convicted of child abuse in the past or sharing child abuse sexual images. What did you think was going to happen? Elon Musk doesn't care about security at all. And so, interestingly enough, his laziness actually did lead to this arrest. So I guess at the end of the day, it might be a good, it's a good outcome that he was arrested and all that he was caught, but still also not a good thing when it comes to, X, Twitter, whatever, being a place where these people can thrive and share these images. And so it's pretty disastrous all around here. Now, this guy, okay, had at least 851 thumbnail images linked to videos and images stored in the hard drive agents took from his residence. During the examination of the external hard drive, they found numerous images of child exploitation material. And so, I'm glad that he's been caught. I'm glad he's off the streets and not making TikTok videos anymore and trading who knows what. Okay. But let me just point out something that's really important. I mentioned before that, Elon Musk and all these right-wingers, they're constantly going after the LGBTQI+ community, right? They're the pedophiles, they're the groomers, they're coming for your children. No, it's this guy. He's coming for your children. It ain't the drag queens. It ain't the LGBTQ people, okay? It's not trans people. It's this guy and others like him. And if you actually care about protecting children, then maybe you would, stop allowing bigots to run cover for actual predators. This isn't about being right-wing or left-wing. It shouldn't be. It should be about actually protecting children. And so if you see someone who is incorrectly pointing at the LGBTQ community, or if you're doing it yourself, then you are running cover or allowing bigots to run cover for people like this guy, actual predators who are preying on children and sharing images of child sexual abuse. So just putting that out there, if you want to solve the issue, then you might want to direct your attention to the people who are actually preying on children.